Yo. Dude, I know this has got to be one of the corniest ways to ask. I find it just as annoying as you guys do sometimes, I swear to gosh, but I got to do my job. Just YouTuber things, I suppose. But again, I was just looking the other day and things are getting crazy. I remember like a year ago, we were very close to 50% subscribed and not subscribed. But look at this, 83.2% not subscribed, guys. Maybe we should just stop asking, you know? Looks like we got to go a little bit more drastic here. You guys know I just recently started feeding Spike again, but we're taking it away. If you don't subscribe, Spike won't eat. And I'm even throwing Bruce in the mix, man. No food for Bruce. Subscribe. In all seriousness, thank you guys. Much love. Thanks for being patient with me. But we're starting things off here in this episode today with some very interesting news. As you guys know, with any update here, especially recently, we've been getting at least 2 new brawlers. And I would say the second new brawler in this update is by far the most hype inside the community. We're over here in the dev build and man, is it weird seeing the mutations, even though they've been gone for just a little bit. But what I was saying is, I feel like when I was watching the Brawl talk for the very first time, I had an idea that most of the community would enjoy Lily as the coolest one amongst them just because of that one trait, assassin. But dude, I've seen polls, I've seen people talking. Draco is by far the most beloved and looked forward to here inside the community, and that's not just because he's the second brawler. People are just really excited for him to come out finally. But man, you just really got to think about it. He's a brand new legendary brawler. We don't get legendary brawlers that often, and he's so dang cool. His model, his mechanics, his characteristics, his personality, there's a lot to like about Draco. I mean, just look at that PFP. The profile is so freaking cool. But the reason we are talking about Draco here today is there have been some very significant changes to his character before he's even been released, and it's for a reason. He's gotten a few really fun buffs. So I've got news from the Brawl Stars dev team that these changes to Draco were just implemented during this most recent maintenance break, and I don't know if you guys even noticed it. I sure as heck didn't notice it. It was a little bit of a smaller one. But if we take a look at the news tab here, we have a new notifications for the patch notes 8 hours ago, and very weirdly, it's not in here, the changes to Draco. So I felt like it was pretty dang important to make this video here today, seeing that I don't see anyone talking about it, and it's not even noticeable or even viewable for everyone else inside the community. But before we get into the changes to Draco here, we have some bug fixes. Nothing crazy at all, just looking like some weird bugs inside of duels. Some stuff with the Mecha Godzilla and Godzilla buzzskins. Yeah, just super basic stuff. But I suppose that is besides the point, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the buffs here and what we can expect for Draco. The very first change is a really simple one, but it's definitely going to help out a lot, and that is a basic attack increase from 600 to 700 when at power level 1. So he's doing more damage. 2,800. Holy crap, dude. As you guys know, his basic attack has a little bit of scaling with it, right? If you hit him with the tip, it does more damage, right? By double, it looks like. That's pretty cool. Some higher skill cap mechanics, right? But with the increase, he is now doing 2,800 damage at the maximum range, which is pretty dang significant, right? Speaking of the extra damage mechanic, getting double the damage, 2,800, they actually increased the easiness of landing the tip of the guitar, dealing that maximum damage. So it's not like his range got any longer or anything like that. It's just going to be easier to get that maximum damage there, right? Really like that change. From what we saw in the Brawl talk about Draco, it almost seemed like it was like very hard to land that tip damage, right? You saw the person piloting it in the Brawl talk like all like really methodically, like stopping, standing still, making sure to hit that tip. But I don't think it's going to be that hard now. Taking a look at this, we can really test it. We are overlapping the boss quite a lot there. So it's not like you have to be like perfect now to get that maximum damage. You can kind of scrap a little bit. You have some forgiveness. Love that. It's going to make him better, and I think just a little bit more fun, a bit more playable, enjoyable as a character, right? He's a legendary brawler, for goodness sakes. If you unlock this character or spend your credits on this character, he's got to be fun. He's expensive, right? I guess he doesn't have to be fun, but come on, it's kind of what you'd hope for in a legendary, right? And then the final change to Draco here, in my opinion, probably the most significant one if you ask me, and that is when he summons his dragon with his super, he reloads 50% of his super ammo here. So we were completely out of ammo there, and when we spawned in with half ammo, right? Or, you know, getting half our bar back no matter where we are. Super significant, because when you are going into your dragon, say you're in like a tough situation, if you spawn in with the exact same ammo that you had, dumping all of your ammo, none left, you're just gonna get melted without being able to put up a fight with your dragon, right? Definitely helping out Draco a ton. 3 changes before he's being released. They're all really, really important changes. I think going to make him way, way better. And I think that's kind of okay. The Brawl Stars dev team gave some reasoning here. They've been very upfront and honest with all of us. Whenever they want to release a brand new brawler, they do want them to be a bit more on the stronger side of things. Their goal isn't to have them be like busted, game breaking, like a great example would be Kit or something like that upon release. But in an ideal world, they want the brawler to be a bit more on the stronger side of things, so they have a good place in the meta when they are jumped into the Brawl Stars scene, right, amongst the other 79 brawlers in the game, which I'm guessing can be a really, really difficult thing. So props to Adrian, right? Now, the reason they want a brand new brawler to be a bit more on the stronger side of things is, of course, obviously to celebrate a new character. It's not as malicious as I feel like some people think it is whenever a brand new brawler is like completely broken, even if the dev team didn't try to make them like super, super broken, is that they interpret it like the Brawl Stars dev team wants them to be busted, so they spend their credits or they purchase them, use all their resources, stuff like that, and then nerf them later on. But the case is what the dev team has seen up until now is if they release a very underwhelming brawler in terms of strength in the meta, is it has a lasting effect on their popularity throughout their entire lifespan in the game. It's a super, super bizarre occurrence, but they always say, dude, first impressions are very, very important. And that's not just like meeting new people for the first time out there in the real world. First impressions go a long way with a lot of things out there, and same goes for new brawlers. I think a good example that they always give is Jean. I believe upon release, Jean was a bit more underwhelming, and they see lasting effects on the character itself because of that lackluster release. And the main reason they ended up doing this to Draco is that kind of ended up happening with Lily here, the other new brawler being released here in this game. Lily, a little bit on the weaker side of things, I do have to say, but I think it just kind of comes with the character class, right? Assassins can be a bit harder to pilot, while on top of that, if they are a bit on the weaker side of things with that assassin trait on top of it, it can be a bit tough for a character. So hoping Lily's popularity because of a lackluster release won't be tarnished or anything like that throughout her lifespan and stuff. But I guess with that learning experience out of the way, we'll see how Draco is once he is released. Looking forward to it. Be sure to let me know what you guys have to say about what Draco's gonna be like here with the recent changes. Really looking forward to this character. He seems super, super fun. I love the design, the character itself. Really dope. But with that out of the way, we have more important stuff to get straight away into here in this episode today. Some exciting news coming from the Brawl Stars esports side of things, especially if you like free things. Hey guys, you know on this channel, gotta say it again, free is always good. It always will be forever. We love free things here. But there was a fun announcement here just the other day, specifically 2 days ago, with new rewards, which I gotta say, the pin that we can get here, I'm a huge, huge fan of. But the tweet goes, if you miss out on the monthly finals this weekend, you're missing out on the Egg Champy pin. Tune in starting Saturday at 6 a.m. UTC. So we have some time, right? We're not close to the weekend yet. So I'm hoping this catches you at a good time so you guys can try to be available, I suppose, to work on the event.brawlstars.com website to get your rewards as well as the pin. I gotta say, we don't always get Champy pins, the trophy pins for the Brawl Stars esports side of things. I believe the last reward was a spray, but my personal favorite cosmetics that we get that are tied to esports is by far the Champy pins. We have quite a few of them, and a lot of them are pretty dang limited now at this point. It's like a bragging right to collect the Champy pins, I feel like. And whether you liked or didn't like the mutations or the Godzilla event, it'll be a fun remembrance of that event, right? We have a Champy pin that's hatching out of that monster egg that we have grown accustomed to now at this point. But, you know, it might be cool if Godzilla never comes back and eggs are just like a fleeting memory. We'll have something to remember it by with this pin a few years from now. Pretty cool. Now, it might be because we're a little bit of a ways out from the event itself in order to get these rewards, but if you take a look at the event.brawlstars.com website, which I'll leave a link in the description down below if you guys aren't familiar with it. We should be by now. We've been here before, but for some reason, that pin isn't updating on the track just yet. I don't know what's popping over here. I'm not caught up to date on the rewards, which kind of feels bad, man. I preach free is always good, and it's good to get rewards and stuff like that, but I'm not caught up. I'm BrawlStarRey. But I think once we get closer to Saturday, the reward track will be updated, I think. But we'll have to just wait and see on that note. And we shouldn't forget, we also have free star drops in the bunch as well from watching along with the event over here on the website and voting down here. So I don't know a whole lot about predictions really. Whenever I make like a prediction guide or anything like that, it's for the Brawl Stars World Finals. I'm not always 100% up to date with like the standings of the esports teams and stuff like that, but whenever the World Finals comes around the corner, I try to do like as best of research as I can, which I don't necessarily do all the time. So my best bet is maybe look somewhere inside the community. Maybe someone has made a voting guide or something like that. But if not, go with your gut. But yeah, man, wanted to let you guys know what's popping over here. Free things definitely are important, and I know a lot of you guys really like to keep up to date with trying to collect like everything in the game, or just not missing out on progression inside the game at least, right? But we only have a few other things to get straight away into here in this episode today. We have some pretty exciting news 6 hours ago over here on Brawl Stars Twitter page, announcing some awesome stuff here. If you are a fan of the Ranger Brock skins, the Super Ranger Brock skins. They're saying, of course, even though the Godzilla event is over, the Super Ranger Brock unit is still around to maintain the peace for now. If you missed these skins during the event, you'll see a new Super Ranger Brock color in the shop every single day. Here's this order of release starting today, which is now, right? So red is in the shop right now if you're a fan of red. We got blue coming out tomorrow, bro. Blue is such a letdown. I'm sorry if any of you guys got blue out of the monster eggs for free. It's just like a different version of the skin that we already had. Maybe like green could have been cool or something like that. I don't know. But yellow the next day, then we got pink the following day, and then black to finish it off. But yeah, man, if we take a look at the shop, I believe it should be here. Maybe not quite yet. Interesting. I don't have the red Brock skin, so be on the lookout maybe sometime today, or maybe it's starting tomorrow. Who the heck knows? I haven't seen any updates on it. But yeah, be patient on that. They should be popping up in the shop. And my gosh, what the frick? I'm just seeing this now. The black Godzilla Buzz skin is technically 799 gems. That's ridiculous. Are you kidding me? Is that the actual like price it? Dang. Okay, so our hypercharged skin's gonna be that expensive moving forward? That's wild. But the final thing I wanted to mention, at least here in this episode today, is there have been some pretty dang significant stuff going on over in Squad Busters. I have yet to make a video on the game, which I will be doing here shortly, but we had some very, very big updates coming out that I believe it is kind of advertised as like the global update, right? The update before the game is going global, which is just a few days away. Really exciting stuff happening. If you guys are playing the game right now, be sure to let me know what you think. And again, I'd highly recommend you guys go check it out as well. As a lifelong Supercell fan, dude, I've been playing since Clash of Clans. I've been playing these games for way more than a decade, dude. That's crazy to me. But as a fan of Supercell, I always give any new game that they create a chance. And seeing that I'm going to be making content on this game, it would really go a long way, and I would appreciate your guys' support if you would come on over and chill and hang out with me when we make those videos. Looking forward to covering a new game, updates and news. You know your boy enjoys that type of stuff, so should be a good time, man. I'm looking forward to when it finally goes global. It's been way too long since a new game has gone global, so excited to see what they do. But yeah, man, thank you guys for coming on out and chilling out with your boy here today. I always appreciate you guys hanging out, vibing out with your boy. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and yeah, we'll be talking super soon. Adios, guys. Take care.